Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of Seville during the Muslim era, a time when this vibrant city was a thriving center of culture, commerce, and architectural wonder. From the grand mosques to the majestic Alcázar, Seville's legacy from the time of Al-Andalus is still felt today. But how did it all begin? How did this Andalusian jewel rise to prominence under Muslim rule? In this video, we'll uncover the story of Seville's transformation from a provincial town to one of the most important cities in medieval Spain. Stick around as we explore the people, events, and landmarks that shaped Seville's Muslim Golden Age. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical deep dives. The story begins in 711, when the armies of the Umayyad Caliphate, sweeping across the Iberian Peninsula, brought the land under Muslim rule. With the fall of the Visigothic kingdom, Ishbilia, as it was called by its new rulers, began to thrive. It wasn't just a conquest, it was a transformation. The city's streets became bustling marketplaces, where spices from the east, silks from Persia, and ceramics from across the Mediterranean changed hands. Under the Umayyads, Seville grew wealthy and powerful, a key city in the vast empire of Al-Andalus. Scholars, poets, and artists flocked to the city, and the river Guadalquivir, which wound its way through the heart of Seville, became a lifeline for trade and culture. The Great Mosque of Seville rose into the sky, a towering symbol of the city's prosperity. Its minaret, which would one day become the iconic Giralda Tower, stood as a beacon for all who came to the city, a reminder of Seville's growing importance. As the centuries passed, the once unified Caliphate of Córdoba began to crumble, and the region splintered into smaller kingdoms known as taifas. In the year 1023, Seville declared itself the capital of one such taifa, ruled by the Almohades dynasty. The city entered a golden age. It was an age of art, of learning, of architecture. The Alcázar, a palace of intricate beauty, rose above the city, its walls adorned with delicate arabesques and gardens filled with fountains that seemed to shimmer in the Andalusian heat. The city's walls hummed with life. Scholars debated philosophy and mathematics in its courtyards, while poets wrote verses inspired by the golden sunsets that bathed the Guadalquivir. Seville was not just a city, it was a beacon of Islamic civilization in the West, a place where culture, knowledge, and commerce converged. But as with all golden ages, the time of prosperity was not meant to last forever. In the 12th century, new forces swept across North Africa and into Al-Andalus. The Almoravids, fierce Berber warriors, brought a new order to Seville. Under their rule, the city's fortifications were strengthened, ensuring that its power and influence endured. But it was under the later Almohads, another Berber dynasty, that Seville reached new heights. The Almohads, strict and devout, left their mark on Seville in stone and mortar. The Great Mosque was expanded and transformed, and the Giralda Tower, originally a minaret, was raised higher still, becoming the grand symbol of the city. It was during this period that Seville's glory as a cultural and economic center peaked. Scholars continued to flourish, and the city's bustling port saw goods flowing in from across the Mediterranean. Seville was the heart of the Muslim world in the West, a crossroads of ideas and peoples. But even as the city reached its peak, danger loomed on the horizon. To the north, Christian kingdoms were growing in power, ever encroaching on the lands of Al-Andalus. By the middle of the 13th century, the winds of change were inevitable. In 1248, Seville's fate took a dramatic turn. After a long siege, the city fell to King Ferdinand III of Castile, marking the end of Muslim rule in Seville and a shift in the city's very identity. The city, once a beacon of Islamic civilization, became part of Christian Spain. The Great Mosque of Seville was dismantled, its minaret repurposed as the Giralda Tower for a new Christian cathedral. The delicate arches of the Alcázar were reshaped, and new buildings rose in the Gothic style. Yet, even as Christian rulers reshaped Seville, the imprint of the city's Muslim past remained. Today, Seville's story is etched into the very fabric of the city. The Alcázar still stands, a testament to the skill and vision of the Muslim architects. The Giralda Tower, once a minaret, continues to watch over the city, its slender form a symbol of Seville's rich, layered history. And as you walk through the narrow streets of Seville, you can almost hear the echoes of the past, the call to prayer, the murmur of scholars, and the whispers of poets. Though the Muslim era in Seville came to an end more than 700 years ago, its legacy continues to shape the city, offering a glimpse into a time when Seville was a shining jewel in the crown of Al-Andalus.